Hey guys, so I'm driving at night, and I just want to say one quick thing about the whole birthday blues, two parts I did. One, everything I was saying was just coming from my brain and was coming from the way I was feeling, and I want to say I got everything right, but at the end of the day, this is all coming from memory, and it's just the way I was feeling, and I'm allowed to feel the way I feel, but I'm also not going to allow myself just to dwell on things and have those things tie me down, okay? And that I do believe in not holding on to something and having it manifest to something that makes it way worse. I am so grateful that I was able to spend time with my grandmother. I am so grateful that even though even though we all made some jokes at the table and everyone takes things too far, I'm happy and glad that my family were able to, man, this is just not focused. I'm sorry. I'm just glad that we are able to joke as a family, and even though we push the boundaries and we push the envelope, I'm so glad that at the end of the day, everyone understood that it was all in good fun. I'm glad I was able to be with my husband. I'm happy that he even listened to me in the first place about the whole video editing thing, that he thought he got me something great. And you know, I'm very blessed and fortunate to have, you know, people that actually do care. And I know my mother-in-law deep down, she cares and she wants to do the right thing. I just think we don't know how, as a new family dynamic, so to speak. I don't think we know how. I don't think we understand each other's language. Her language, I think if I understand her right, I think she likes being the host. She wants to be that person that bends over backwards and tries to make others happy. And I think I'm very independent, and even though sometimes I need help, I don't ever want to ask for help, and I never want to feel I owe somebody because they helped me, if that makes sense. So I think we just speak different languages. I remember a long time ago when I was in high school and I had a serious high school relationship, someone had told me about love languages and how certain people, and I could be getting some of this wrong, but certain people like to be showered with gifts, and other people need love and the physicalness of love, and then other people need to be complimented, and there's just different levels of love language. So I think that probably means, I don't know if you guys can see the lightning or not, it's pretty lightning out as I'm driving home. Oh! But I think that goes for people in general. I think my mother's and my mother-in-law's love language is different than what I'm used to. My mom, I said in my video, my mom didn't even put happy birthday on the spot where you're supposed to write a personalized message on a cake, where his mother would have had it written in oh my gosh, she would have had it written in oh my god, calligraphy, and it would have been she would have personally made the cake, and stuff like that. That's the way she shows her love and affection, is through her art and her craftiness, and just the time and the effort she puts in to those details, where my mom, well, I got you a cake and I was busy, so shut the fuck up and deal with it. We just can't, we are just so different. So it's certain things that I don't appreciate, or I don't understand that is meant to be appreciated. I'm sure she gets offended by that too. So I think I get offended when I feel like she tries to baby me, or babies a situation, like that offends me, like, oh, what, you don't think I'm like capable of fixing that? It's just like, maybe I'm getting out like really bad examples, but I think basically all I'm saying is, like, one, I'm very thankful for being able to even have a 27th birthday. I'm thankful for people that like wish me happy birthday. I'm thankful for all of that, and I am so glad it's done. So in the meanwhile, I was telling you guys I needed to go and see a back doctor because my back has just been, oh my gosh, I've been in pain, you guys, for such a long time when it comes to like my back. I have lived with like sciatic nerve issues since I was 12 years old. And I don't think I ever told you guys this. Maybe I did in my meet video or whatever, Meet Savannah video, which I think I'm going to redo. I'm going to re-update that. Maybe that'll be my first video I play with my new editing software. But when I, from the time I was like 9 or 8 years old, I did martial arts. I was a martial artist. I did it for like 12 years. I earned my first degree black belt, and I was going to be testing for my second degree black belt, but then some stuff went down and I quit Taekwondo. But I was a full contact fighter for a long time. For, like I said, 12 years I did full contact, which means I fought. We were brutal. We did on the ground fighting, and we did like stand up, kind of like a boxing style fighting. And I did a bunch of tournaments. I would travel all over like the United States fighting, and being like a 5 foot tall, I was really small too. I was like 100 pounds or less. Being a 5 foot tall, small, skinny little girl fighting, I would often have to like go up like classes, or like, they didn't call them weight classes, but like they would separate these like martial art tournaments by age at that time. So I would have to go up like age groups because you couldn't go down, and I would have to fight the boys. And you guys, I took a lot of punishment. We trained really hard. I trained 6 days a week, and I have broken every single one of my toes. I have been knocked out. I've had concussions. My elbow literally sounds like a cement truck from getting dislocated, because we would do, like I said, regular, standing straight up and down sparring or fighting, and then we would also do on the ground fighting, which is where I got like my ribs cracked. Like, basically what I'm saying is, like, I have broken a lot of stuff, and I am feeling it now. So I quit martial arts when I was about 20 years old, and so it's been about 7 years since I've done martial arts. I have like went back in between, but not for very long, just because like there was a lot of politics and bullshit that went down, and I just had enough, and I quit. But so anyways, I went to the back, so I've had back problems since I was 12. I got kicked really hard in my back, and I remember I was 12 years old, and I got kicked really hard, and I was peeing blood because I got kicked in my kidney. But I also, ever since then, my back, my sciatic nerves would go out, and your sciatic nerve is like, in like kind of like, I always call it your tramp stamp, so like in the small of your back, and it kind of goes all the way down your legs, and it's like pins and needles and like sharp shooting pains. It's absolutely terrible. And I feel like once you get sciatica, or once you get like kicked in the back, or you get like a injury there, your nerves will just go out randomly. And I have gotten it to the point where I used to get it like right before like my period, like really bad. It would just like spaz out. But as I've gotten older, the pain comes more and more frequently, and lately it has been like every single night my sciatic nerves go out. And it used to be like my left leg predominantly, but then it started changing to my right, and now both of my legs, they both go out. Like both my sciatic nerves just go out, and it is like a terrible, intense pain. And I get relief from like a hot shower or a hot bath or a hot tub. I usually have to take like 4 to 5 Advils or Aleve twice a day, but ever since I started using like medical marijuana, where like, you know, the yeah, like the medical stuff where it's like you just inhale like 2 puffs, it doesn't get you high or anything, but that has changed my life. Just incredibly, it has changed my life because it takes the edge off the pain and it makes it tolerable. Like the pain doesn't necessarily go away all the way, but it makes it tolerable. But also my back, my entire back just hurts. So I went and I saw a back doctor, and it was a like an intro, like new patient thing I went to. Gosh, brain fog is a real thing, you guys. So I went and I made the appointment with this, is it called a, oh my gosh, what are back doctors called? But I went and I saw this back doctor in orthopedic, or is that, whatever. So I went and I saw the back doctor, and they took x-rays, they're scheduled me to do an MRI, and I have to do like this like needle thing where they're going to put a bunch of needles in my like legs and my like lower back, like where my sciatica is, and they're going to trigger something. I'm not really sure exactly what it is or what it does, but I have that scheduled. But what they saw in my x-ray is they see that my spine is starting to curve, and I have like scoliosis. I don't think it's like a big deal. They made it sound like it's like a small, like it's like a small curve. It's not like anything to be like too like overly concerned with like right now, but I do have scoliosis. And he also said that he sees a bunch of like hairline fractures that did not heal properly, which that makes a lot of sense because I have like, even though like in martial arts you're not supposed to kick to the back, let me tell you, it happens. Accidents in training happens, okay? And as much as I'm so glad that I had martial arts, because you guys, when I was a child, I was a big nerd. Like I had short like red hair, like up to here. I had a lazy eye and astigmatism, so my eyes went like that. I also had braces, and I was not, oh, and being like Mexican Italian, I also had like bigger thighs, and I wasn't like this skinny white girl whose like legs were the size of my arms are now. Like I always thought I was like this like fat, ugly girl, and I used to get picked on a lot, and I was so shy. I had absolutely no confidence. I'm also dyslexic, and I have ADHD, and having martial arts in my life helped me overcome so much. I had confidence. I started, you know, I lost a lot of weight. I gained muscle. I learned how to protect myself, and basically it changed my life for the better. And I would hate to think who and what I would be like without having martial arts to help me come out of my shell. But I have to tell you, I'm paying a price for it now, with the back pain and like just like my joints, my knees. You know, I'm paying a price for it. Is it worth it? I don't know. But yeah, I would say it is worth it. It is worth it, because I don't know who I'd be without my skills and without that big part of my life, which I have to say goodbye to. You know, it's gone. I made peace with that side of my life, and a lot of people in like my real life outside like YouTube now, people don't even know that I did martial arts for 12 years. It was such a big part. My husband doesn't even fully understand it because he wasn't there for it. He, like, when I was 14, my mom put me on a train with, like, some other people, and I went to New York, and I fought in a tournament, and I took first. Like, these are things that, like, were very near and dear to me, and I couldn't imagine putting my 14-year-old child on a train saying, okay, bye, but my life was really different than probably what kids went through that are going through now. So I have a lot of stories I can share. Just some things that, like, I did that I don't think other people would do in normal life, you know? So, yeah. I will let you guys know more about the whole back thing. Oh, excuse me. When it happens. I don't want surgery. I don't want physical therapy. I just wanted to know what was causing my problem and, like, how to fix it. But see, the problem is like, I can't dedicate going to the gym, okay? Because I don't like the fact that it takes time. I can't imagine going to, like, physical therapy because it takes time and it's boring to me. Like, I'm not interested. And I don't want to get another surgery because I know, like, once you do start surgery, you can never see a chiropractor again. So, not that I believe in chiropractics or not, but I feel like I'm too young for that still. I'm too young for my thyroid to be removed, let alone getting my back operated. But I kind of feel like if I had my option right now, like, if someone said, hey, you can either get your back operated on or your thyroid, and then the other thing would, like, magically, like, disappear. Yeah, I'd still get my thyroid done because I know, like, your back never really, like, heals right during surgery. My mom had hers done. But I like the idea of getting back surgery over getting my throat cut open for some reason. I just feel like it's less invasive. It's less intrusive to me. Isn't that ridiculous, you guys? I think so. I'm so sorry. I look like I'm a red face. Red face? It's because everyone's, like, stepping on their brakes right now, and it is creating a nice tomato face. Oh, excuse me, I'm tired. I'm tired. But thank you guys for watching my channel. I really appreciate people watching it. I never thought people would think I was interesting or whatever. I do have a lot to say, and this helps me so much, just even, like, to sort my thoughts out. I feel like I'm so scatterbrained that being able just to talk out loud and hear myself talk, and it just helps me, if that makes sense. I know I also promised you guys I would do a how to drive stick shift tutorial, but life was really crazy last week. I'm going to do my best to get that video up next week. Whew. My God. Alright, well, I have yammered on for way too much and way too long. I should probably let you guys go. But I'm almost home. Why don't you guys just stick with me until I get home? I'm, like, really close. And yeah, just stick with me. Stick with me, guys. I'm still on those Hashimoto's Facebook pages, and someone had messaged me on Facebook saying that, well, so she had posted a comment on, like, one of these, like, Hashimoto support groups saying, hey, is anyone a vegetarian on here or a vegan? And if so, do you find it to be helpful with Hashimoto's? You guys, and I'm going to make another video about this because I feel compelled to now. But I'm just going to touch a little bit now. I have been a vegetarian for like 15 years now. It's been a really, really long time, and quite honestly, I don't think it makes a big difference. Because I don't know any better, right? Like, I have been recently diagnosed with Hashimoto's, and I don't know, like, I feel like everyone's body is like intimate, right? So if I put Diet Coke in my body, and I've been putting it in my body for 12 years, my body is gonna like react differently to like everything else. If I don't eat meat for most of my life now, but you do, but then you cut it out all of a suddenly, maybe you'll get that burst of energy for a minute, right? But like me, I've been vegetarian for so long that does it make a big difference with Hashimoto's? I don't know. I don't know. I feel like something just like pulled my hair, and I know I was playing with it, but I felt like a tug. It's so weird. It scared the shit out of me. I know I was playing with it, but like it was like a tug. I'm gonna have to rewatch that part. It's probably just me. It probably hooked onto like the chair or something. I don't know. Maybe I'm just talking out of my ass a little bit, but I just feel like everyone's body is different. The way our genes work, the way we treat our body. Like, also, I'm sure if I worked out hard and didn't cheat while I was working out, because that's my biggest problem, is I'm a cheater. Like, I will cheat while I'm working out. Like, I'll say, oh yeah, I'm gonna run 2 miles, but because like I'm not disciplined anymore, why would I like, I'm not gonna like stay focused and run. I'll just start walking, because like no one's gonna tell me not to, you know? No one's gonna say pick up the pace. No one does that. I don't hold myself accountable. That's my big problem. But I'm sure if I like worked out and I worked out hard, I'm sure I'd feel so much better. But someone who's been working out hard for 6 years, who gets diagnosed with Hashimoto's, probably like doesn't notice the difference. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about in my head, but I'm probably not explaining it right. So that's my cue now. I'm gonna let you guys go. I have nothing more to say tonight. But I appreciate you guys a lot for watching my channel, for supporting me, and, you know, leave me some comments down below. Tell me I'm an asshole, whatever you want. Don't tell me I'm an asshole. If you tell me I'm an asshole, I'm just going to say you're an asshole, and then we're both assholes. And nobody likes assholes, but they like asses, I guess. Well, guys, I'll just talk to you later. I'm done. Bye, guys.